Oscars for Ginnelly Girls, the Sunderland Ladies, Captain Officer Stephen for American Advances. Robert Hope for his Advances, Stuart Whitfield, introducing first boxing corridor, Mr. Mark Lexus, official weight at Hempstead, 11 pounds. His good boxing to the St. John's, tonight he takes part in his 175th professional contest. From Brisbane to London, referee and introducing the Australian boxing corridor, it was the one-ton ring shorts, official weight to Hempstead, 10 pounds. Tonight, we get to professional boxing debut from Newcastle, Lewis,
when the MC stops speaking now, if Nathan's got a clear shot, can he follow on more to the middle? So, yeah, you got it.
Nice how he just sets his shots up, you know, with that left hand. Pretty textbook really, isn't it, so far?
Yeah, it works nice behind the jab, gets his feet into a good position, then lets his hands go a little bit heavier.
Ginnelly having the right height and reach advantage over Grannum. And he's using it well. He's keeping his distance, he's not getting involved too much. Obviously a little bit of a close there on the ropes, but apart from that, he's got the right distance for his jab, just out of reach of Grannum's shots.
He's got a little bit more to think about as well this round. Jordan's throwing a little bit more back at him.
A little bit coming back from Grannum. It's a little bit better now from Jordan Grannum, using that jab well, double jab. He's one of those kind of fighters, Grannum, you know, if you do put him on him a little bit and try and take a few liberties, then he tends to come on stronger through the fight. Ginnelly was originally matched up with Josh Cook from Manchester. I think Cook pulled out, he was injured, so Jordan Grannum stepping in at last minute. I think he had 1 day's notice for this fight, so again, hats off to Jordan Grannum for stepping in. He will travel.
A little bit more of a competitive round, that one.
Yeah, so a good second round there for Ginnelly. I think a good second round for Grannum as well too. You know, Grannum came back in that second round, landed a few shots of his own. He obviously let Ginnelly what the professional game's all about.
I think I'd like to see Lewis maybe go through the gears a little bit this round, see if he can, you know, up the pace a little bit. It's been a steady tempo, but I'd like a few more bursts.
Yeah, I totally agree with John. Like you say, he could do with just maybe see if he can step up a gear now. But if he does that, I think, you know, Grannum's one of them kind of fighters. He will step it up with you. He will work with you. He'll put you through your paces.
Corners, 10 seconds. Corners. Seconds out, round 3.
I think Ginnelly's better off on the outside, you know, using those long levers. I think if he comes inside and tries to mix it with Grannum, Grannum's going to have a little bit more success.
Yeah, definitely. I think when he's at long range like there with the backhand, picks nice shots. I think when he's had the opponent on the ropes, he's getting a little bit close. Nice defence.
I think Ginnelly's just trying to open Grannum up a little bit there. He's just touching him with just some nice little shots, you know, touching him with the jab, little tickle to the body, trying to open Grannum up. Too experienced for that, Jordan Grannum. He had a lot of success, Ginnelly, with that overhand right, just slipping behind Grannum's left hand.
Yeah. And like you said, he's landing that nicely when it's sort of long to mid-range rather than going too short.
I'd like to see him put 2s and 3s together, Ginnelly, here, instead of throwing single shots.
Yeah, definitely. A change of tempo would be really nice to see.
That's a little bit better from Ginnelly. I think Grannum's wise enough to catch those single shots. He can read what's coming. If Ginnelly throws 3s and 4s, 2s, 3s and 4s, they could become a little bit more unpredictable. Another good round from Ginnelly. So both lads looking quite relaxed in the corners. We're coming out for the 4th and final round. So it's been a good contest so far, quite competitive.
Corners, 10 seconds. Corners.
With Ginnelly getting final instructions as he comes out for the 4th round.
Seconds out, 4th and final round.
I think Ginnelly just needs to step off a little bit, John, instead of getting too close to Jordan Grannum. He's going to get caught with some shots.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's just crowding his own work a little bit. I think when he's at mid and long range, he's boxing really clean, and you can see what he's punching. Where when he's a little bit too close, he's open to the counter.
Yeah, I think he's playing into Grannum's hands when he comes a little bit too close. Again, you know, it's all learning stuff, it's all experience. What a feather in your cap, you know. If you were to go on and beat Jordan Grannum.
That's nice.
Both lads looking quite happy to trade in this final 4th round.
I think as far as debuts go, I think he can go away quite happy. I think there's obviously a lot of work on, and there's a lot of positives as well that he can take from the bout. in against someone who, like you said, had 174 bouts.
174 tonight, this one. So
174 bouts, so he knows exactly what he's doing, and I think Lewis can take some real positives from this tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna have to work to the end here.
Two big
Shot
shots.
clip with the left hand off Grannum. For me, he's still winning all 4 rounds, Ginnelly.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I think he's controlled the fight quite well. Grannum had a lot of success of his own, especially in 2, 3 and 4. Massive support tonight for Lewis Ginnelly. Crowd making a lot of noise, and I'm sure they'll be pleased with his performance as well.
Looks to finish aggressively here.
Both lads toughing it out towards the end of the round. What a great contest and a fantastic debut from Lewis Ginnelly. And again, once again, massive respect to Jordan Grannum. Doing a good 4 rounds and putting Lewis Ginnelly through his paces. So well done to both guys and a fantastic contest. How do you see it, John? I'm sure you'll agree that Lewis, well, I give Lewis 4 rounds. A few close rounds towards the later ones, maybe 3 and 4, but you know, I think Lewis Ginnelly has got all 4 rounds for me.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the second became a little bit more competitive, and then the third and fourth definitely did. But I think it's still clear that he won each round. And like I just said earlier, I think he'll be able to go away with the team, and there'll be a lot of positives he can take from this, and then there'll be a lot of work-ons as well, which you would expect from a debut. And so I think he should be pleased with a good night, really.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for the MC.
Rounds of action, your referee Danny McFarlane scores the contest 40 points to 36. Real winner on his debut, Lewis Ginnelly. And your appreciation, please, for Jordan Grannum.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.